Hello everyone, today we're going to be talking about Intel. Is Intel a buy opportunity right now? I think so, and there was a big drop in the stock price yesterday. We're going to be talking about this. Is Intel a buy? Well, if you look at Intel, it's a huge company and many people don't realize that's also involved with 5G, AI, and Internet of Things. So even before the drop, we have this article from June 15 talking about why Intel is a good bet on 5G and AI and also some other things here. I encourage you to take a look at this article. We're going to talk about some of the highlights in this article here. They're involved with data centers, Internet of Things, machine learning, and 5G devices. So you see, it's a huge market. They forecast about 220 billion by 2023. Some companies have a price target of 82 on the stock. With the drop of yesterday, stock is sitting around $50. The stock is relatively cheap compared with other technology companies, like including Nvidia, AMD. What about after yesterday's drop? Even better buy opportunity in my opinion. They're involved with machine learning and AI. So in the future, pretty much all devices will have some sort of relation to these technologies. So AI is really rising, that's for sure. It's a big area, it's a very hot area. And Intel is focused on also image and video processing, voice recognition, natural language processing. So basically smart technology. So there's a high demand right now. So that's pretty hot and it's pretty good for Intel. So they're also involved in Internet of Things. And like I said, after yesterday's drop, the stock price is pretty attractive, in my opinion. Now look at that. Right now, we see here the price was sitting around $60, even slightly higher than that. And after earnings, you see the big drop on Friday. And we're going to look at the financial statement. We're going to talk about that. It's very good you have a dividend of more than 2%. We're going to talk about that as well because it's not a growth company, Intel. It's a dividend company. You don't see the price fluctuating too much up or down, which by the way is sitting at $50 right now. If we look at on March 2020 when all the stocks were dropping, around that time was $45, $46. Well, usually it's very hard to get that price exactly. I would say right now it's pretty close to what it was. Yeah, it can drop a little bit more next week, who knows? But it might be a good opportunity or a very good opportunity. If you like long-term investment and dividend growth companies, like the Intel is a pretty good one. So let's move to the quarterly report. Here's the SEC website. If we skip here, we go to the financial statement. We see there is Intel the revenue is just growing, keep growing from 16,505 on last year in June, end of June. We see at the end of this quarter 19,728. So that's in millions. I have to account for that. So that's basically billions here. So basically it's a company that is growing. Forecast is pretty good. I mean, some people talk about competition with AMD, which is a pretty good one as well. But Intel is also really, really good. If we skip here, you see here in terms of cash, there's a big jump. It's possible that because the debt is also higher, that some of this debt was actually, loan from bank or something, which is not a bad thing because right now interest rates are pretty low, so it's not a bad thing for them. So financial statement, cash and everything, revenue is pretty good for Intel. So we can see in terms of dividends that it's growing for quite some time. It's saying here in the last 6 years it's been growing. And if you're a long-term investment, if you want to have some good dividend company, which potential, after the drop, with a potential of increasing a share value as well, that might be a very good opportunity with Intel. I have been looking at all hedge funds that have been buying Intel recently, looking at the last quarter, end of June, and we see quite a few companies, quite a few hedge funds buying. So, and by the way, they didn't buy for sure from end of March to end of June, which is last quarter. For sure, they didn't buy with the price that is currently sitting at, which is around $50. For sure, they bought a higher price. So, and that means a good opportunity. It's basically hedge funds, they report the name of the company in different ways. So I have to at some point merge all of these together, but we'll see there is much more buys than sells because here is actually the summary. So this is probably one hedge fund, I would say, because it's a very unique name. It's probably misspelling as well. So anyways, it might be a very good opportunity. Changing topic right now to insider trading. Now in Canada is a Canada cluster insider trading report. What I would like to show you is that there's not a lot of things happening. Actually, I heard that at this point, companies are more, like insiders are selling more than they're buying. And I believe that is really true. There's not a lot of things happening here. This is cluster insider in Canada, but I would like to show you a couple of things in this report. That's basically insider trading selling in Canada. And you see a lot of gold companies, and we also see some cannabis, like Green Thumb Industries. And we see a lot of silver gold companies here selling, which just keeps me wondering. The government of US is just going to print more money, and we know that's going to happen because of the situation that is right now. So I believe all of this is bullish for gold, but we see a lot of gold companies. So this one is the cannabis. I would like to highlight Bevcana. There's a lot of gold companies selling. First Mining Gold is a company I brought here before with insider buying activity, and now we see insider selling. Well, the same guy, Keith Numera. He's pretty well known in the gold and silver sector. Like here is US, cluster insider trading in US, but I would like to highlight a couple of things here. These two companies, I would like to just highlight these two biotech companies. I'm not going to go over them, but I'm going to take a look at them this week. Yeah, basically. This one might be a good opportunity, although there was a big jump in the price yesterday, but it's still sitting close to 52-week low and good potential in catalyst. But I have to look at a little bit more, and this one I haven't looked at. But anyways, that's it for the video. You can look at that yourself. Please do your own research. Thank you. Have a good day.